Here's a quick look at Starlight Drive Inn. Uh, what I'm going to do is I'm going to post up a little quick video, and I will attach the transfer settlement blueprint also to the post. I am running workshop framework, so I could post up a work the exported layout. I'm guessing using workshop framework. However, nothing in this settlement is sim settlements, and it uses uh, additional mods other than just vanilla assets. So I don't know if that's going to cause a problem with workshop framework exporting. I haven't tried that yet. So maybe somebody who knows a little bit more about that can give me some feedback. All right, but
Hey,
here, so here's Starlight Drive-In.
this breeze.
Starlight
It's
Drive-In. It's a
really
pretty
warm for
big.
this
It's a
time of
pretty
year.
big floor plan. Uh, let me
Your
let me
eyes.
go into workshop mode, which will be
They're
a
one
little
of
bit
my favorite
quicker.
things about you. I
So
love
the
this time
wiring
of
and
weather.
stuff is not really complete yet. I'm gonna work on that. These are all work in progress. I just kind of, when I come to settlements, throw things in here that I think it might need, and then I'll kind of rearrange it a little bit later. But here's the basic drive-in. Of course, this is more like a defense platform. I just use this as a defensive platform. I am using Balance's clean and remodel, so it did repair. It did actually repair this wing here, where it was normally laying down kind of on the ground with cars. It did repair that, so yeah, I could use that as another platform. What I may do is put chairs up here. Put this into like a viewing area for the screen, for the movie screen in the distance. I am using videos of the wasteland. What I had, oh, and on a note on that, I literally had to, in order to get this thing to show through, I had to move videos of the wasteland below PRP because it needs a PRP patch. Otherwise, the previous pre-combine will sit in front of the actual screen. Okay, so let me get started. So coming into the settlement, and I'm just now putting up the walls. So there's some walls over there, or junk fences, to kind of fence off the settlement area and make it look more like a a a living space, a settlement within a harsh wasteland. Although I know, given the mods I had, it doesn't really look all that harsh. Okay, so you come in. This is like a trade caravan post, which you get from doing some quests in Bunker Hill. I had put these, or tried to find a way to put these in all the settlements. So even though I haven't unlocked this yet, it is in the transfer settlement blueprint, so it's always going to show up. So when you come in, you have a place to sit. When it's raining, you do have places to sit under here. And it does, I do have the rain occlusion set, so when it does work properly, it will occlude rain underneath this particular mesh or object. Fire barrel at night, for people who smoke. I personally don't, but, I kind of throw it in there, so I kind of like an aesthetic. Uh, I have no idea who uses these. Wondering trade point of sale, because I've
Hey, little
never
buddy.
ever seen anybody even stop at one of these things. So I'm not really sure. Uh, Here's the logistics desk. This allows to connect settlements and stuff together. I have a picnic area set up and a little thing for kids to play. This would be for like little tiny kids, because I'm assuming families and people would, uh, you know, people would pair off and eventually start families or even find orphan kids. All right, so this is like a picnic area where they can get their food, although there's nobody in there to serve it. Um, Technically, I probably should put food and drink over here, but I just kind of threw this together. I might switch this around later. But this is a little commerce center, which is right before the before the actual projector or the projection booth. But to balance this out, I really need to put some more buildings over here. I need to put some buildings up in this way, and I'm probably am going to put some type of building in here. I'm just not sure what yet, because this is really heavy. If you look at it from an architectural standpoint, it's very heavy here. So this stuff kind of balances it out. If you look out this way, it kind of smooths the transition. But over here, there's not much of anything. Uh, I may move this barn. I may move this little recreational area here. It's got like a. I may take this. I may put the tables around the wall. I may move these tables against the wall here now that I look at it and turn this into like a little dance floor or something. It does have a jukebox, a little bit of recreation stuff. Here's the normal bunk. This is the normal bunk thing I usually build, complete with seats, beds, little places for people to store. You can hang pictures, and then you can customize each one of these individual spaces with a little bit of decoration, depending on the personality of the person you want to assign to the bed or the personality that you want to attribute to them when you assign to the bed, kind of like a role playing thing. Um, the center of the whole piece is, I mean, I guess this has too much weight, but to me the center of the piece is this little area in here. You know, there's fresh water, which I believe right back that way there's also other puddles of water. So but this is a settlement, so they have fresh water, so they're harvesting plants that they may find locally or close by, plus they're harvesting water plants. This is technically, this is like a pool of water. This looks more like a pool of water. If it was bubbling from underneath, I would more than likely say it's a freshwater spring where the ground has collapsed. You got a surface, you got a subsurface cave. The ground has collapsed. Water is now bubbling up, so it would be an unlimited supply of water. Um, I mean, it would be limited on a cosmic scale, but to them, it's unlimited. And but I believe this is just a little puddle of just, it's like a little cavity where the ground is collapsed, and technically this water pump should pump all this water out in no time flat. But we're gonna kind of ignore that. It'd be nice if we had some special effects that we could put, like a decal, like animated decals, like bubbling smoke, things like that. Okay, so these are basically the bunk areas that's surrounding it. This is where the community kind of bunks. They have a nice little patio. They can overlook what's going on. They can overlook this. They have a place to sit. I'm not even sure if I'm not even sure if anybody can even navigate in here. I mean, given as narrow this is, I don't even know how the navigation works in the game. But you have some nice little recreational areas here where you can garden. I may move these chairs over this way, but for right now, I wanted to put it in front of like like where they could literally sit down and take a look at the flowers, which is from Wasteland Gardening. I do have a power plant here. I'm gonna have to go out here and open the door. So I do have a place in here where you can have weapons crafting. There's no posters on the wall, but I just kind of threw these in here. And then of course you have your generator and your terminal, like I usually put in every settlement. Oops, not that one. That's actually the wrong button here.
I'm listening.
Let's try this key.
Always nice talking with you.
There we go. All right. So back over here. So you have your, your disassembler. So when this guy collects garbage, I can dump it in here and get rid of it. You got your chemistry station. And of course, this is just a standard little utility shed with the two robots in it. And this is where I started building the walls. You have a basketball court. It's a pretty good area to shoot some basketball in. At first, I didn't put this wall up, but I think, oh man, you're gonna miss the backboard, so the balls are gonna go flying over that way. I mean, they still can. You'd have to go retrieve them. But then I thought, okay, I'm gonna put a little swing set in here. This doesn't really have any type of animation markers, so there's like kids can't swing on it. I guess that would be kind of too not sim settlements, but too I can't think of what I'm. It's The Sims, maybe too kind of the Simsy, as opposed to just like Fallout 4. But I think that would be a nice addition to have a swing that a child could sit in and swing. Adults could sit in if they want. All right, so then we have a working movie theater, which I'm going to get started here in a second. So you have a nice little picnic area around the little. It's a nice open area. You got some chairs to loungers to sit in, so you could watch the movie. This is like a movie area here, so the whole town, not the whole town, but a lot of people can gather. If they want, they can sit on the ground technically. It's a little bit close to the movie theater, but I mean to the screen, but I think it'll be okay. You've seen the bunk, and then of course the barn thing, which, like I said, I'm gonna probably move the tables around the wall. I don't know. This dude's been standing here for a while. I guess I don't know. They're meditating. You have so you have the place for the dogs. This is locked up, and then you have your crop area. I'm probably gonna fence this in with wire fencing, and that way it looks more sectioned off. It's nicer if everything is sectioned off. Um, so can't really move that back any farther. So over here, let's go up in this. Let's go up in this projection booth here. Let's go up this way. So, is there anything in here? All right. So let's put a movie in. For those who haven't seen this, I'm gonna put a movie reel in here. You can get different ones, but you can actually see. You can sit in a chair if you want. So, and you can be like, the person putting in the movie reels. So you can kind of sit in the chair and check it out. You can go, you can make your own videos, but I'm assuming that it's not something super easy to do to sync the audio to it. Might need an application to skip sampling, and then that way it syncs up with the frames. I'm not really sure. I haven't looked at it yet, but you literally could put a full-length movie in here. They have cartoons and other things, and I don't know if you could actually convert the holotapes into actually movie reels. I'm not sure. But see, you could sit here, they could sit here, watch the movie, have popcorn, or, and like I say, I may put some seats up, here, like move them up over here. And, oh, these are just regular housing areas, nothing major there. They're not even fixed up on the inside. But I might put some seating up in here for that, just a couple seats kind of things up here to where people could get up there, and kind of watch the movie and to try to help balance this out a little bit. But this is Starlight Drive Inn. I do have to put the rest of the junk fencing around to block it off so it's walled off and looks protected. I just started over here. I had just started doing it, and it does make the settlement look better. But yeah, this is so. Oh, and this is like I said, there's different mods in here that does different things. So I went ahead and this was an unlevel area, so I went ahead and dropped these planters where I could put literally anything in here, and you can plant pretty much anything since it's near the water. And like I said, I wanted to junk fence it, so I want to keep consistency from one settlement to the next. So I'm probably going to change like the farming areas to junk fencing, and then the picket fencing I'll use for recreational. Or for homes, for the actual residential homes. I might put something under here. I'm not sure yet. I'm not quite positive what I'm going to put there. I do have a bunker. Like, I try to put bunkers in here. And that way, if because radiation damage does pop up, and sometimes things are not always sheltered. So, and it's good to go. It's good to be able to go into a bunker, to because I think a place like that might have a bunker, because I consider the fact that if you live in that kind of era where the threat of war is always around the corner, you would almost certainly, if Vault-Tec, if you want to look at it from a lore perspective, if Vault-Tec is making vaults, but they're limited in size, then people would potentially make their own vaults. So I put bunkers in different places. So that's pretty much Starlight Drive Inn. And so if you have any suggestions or anything, just let me know. Or if you think something would work better, or if somehow something, like nav meshing or something, the way that it's laid out is not a good idea, or if lights are overlapping and there's better ways to optimize it, by all means, let me know. But I just want to show you guys that and see what you think.